What celebrity has the quintessential accent for their state? Kate Winslet did a short TV series called Mayor of Easttown, which in the show is a suburb right outside Philadelphia. She wanted to sound authentic, so she taught herself to speak with a Philly accent. She said it was one of the hardest accents she ever had to learn. Especially hard since she is British. She did a spot-on job of it. I would have believed she was from there if I didn't know better. I was born and raised in the area. As a Minnesotan, it's somewhat disheartening that, although we've got one of the most famous and often imitated accents and there's plenty of celebrities from Minnesota, none of them really have the accent. Or if they did, they've gotten rid of it over time. Not that Winona Ryder or Prince or Judy Garland likely would have had the careers they did if they were don't you know spouting, great accounting, you betcha pop lovers. Jamie Presley's Joy on My Name is Earl is not only the best North Carolina accent, it is my favorite Southern accent. It not only does it great or make me cringe, it sparked joy. Too many people do a swath of the South, but it has to be specific to a region to sound right. In her case, Kinston, North Carolina. For Illinois, Dennis Farina has a perfect Chicago accent. He did the voiceover at O'Hare and you'd walk through hearing it and expecting profanity. Bags left fucking unattended will be confiscated by the fucking Chicago Police Department. Kathy Bates is from TN, but she's such a good actress, she nails regional Southern accents like a pro. Think of her in Fried Green Tomatoes, Alabama, or as Jill in The Office, Florida. She's really quite good. Phyllis Smith from The Office has a distinct St. Louis accent. The scene where she says she's heating up popcorn in their microwave because the other one smelled like popcorn made it instantly identifiable. Willem Dafoe and John Belushi exhibit the underrated true Wisconsin accent. Everybody expects that full-blown, Midwestern big accent from us, and truth be told, Western Wisconsin gets it from Minnesota. When I saw the first episode of Malcolm in the Middle, I knew the mom was from Milwaukee before I even knew what her name was. Then I saw her name as Jane Kazmarek, which pretty much confirmed it. For Western Washington, Bill Gates or Rick Steves. Sometimes you hear bits of a Canadian accent, but the overall voice is distinctly not Canadian. For Arkansas, Johnny Cash or Bear Bryant. Going down to the city level here, but John Goodman in St. Louis. Him and John Hamm pretty much cover the range of it. I think they've both had to say farty far in interviews. Johnny Carson for Nebraska. Did you hear that, Ed? Yes, ha ha ha. Ed Dan Whitney is Drunk, Nebraska. You may know him by a character he plays, Larry the Cable Guy. As a New Yorker, when I think of really New York sounding people, the first people I think of besides family and friends are Robert De Niro and Jay-Z Lowell. Well, whenever I describe what the Saskatchewan accent is, I just say we speak Fargo. The accent in the movie is North Dakota and Saskatchewan. Taylor Lautner is a troll Lower Peninsula of me and he sounds like it. His accent is so flat it makes me laugh. He sounds like my people. Eddie Kingston, a wrestler for half Irish, half Puerto Rican, raised in Yonkers. I've never heard anyone more New York than him. In Kevin Bacon's earlier roles, he couldn't hide the Philly accent. But if you want full-on Philly, the Dead Milkmen take the prize. For Texas, it's gotta be Matthew McConaughey. You can practically hear the alright drawl every time he says howdy. Ben Affleck and Chris Evans have Massachusetts accents. Chris's Captain America sounds more Boston than Brooklyn to me, smiley face. Sam Rockwell is a fantastic example of how people from the Bay Area sound. It's especially evident when he's shouting. Big Frida has a proper New Orleans accent, not the glorified Southern accent actors try to pass off as a NOLA accent. Not celebrity, but the governor of Michigan definitely has the most nasaliest, Michiganiest accent I've ever heard. Frances McDormand as Marge Gunderson really nailed the rural accent of northern Minnesota. Don't ya know, I love Chris Evans' Boston accent. Also, they don't call Emma Langevin the Jersey E-girl for nothing. Canada. Michael Hogan, Colonel Saltire in Battlestar Galactica. Or the cast of Trailer Park Boys. Ben and Aaron Napier from the HGTV show Hometown both have flawless Mississippi accents. All newscasters have the non-regional dialect, which is basically Central Ohio, Indiana. I like Respect Dan Levy a lot, but he has the LA voice down perfectly, unfortunately. Colorado. Good luck? Every newscaster ever. And Trey Parker? Man shrugging. For Massachusetts, it's got to be Mark Wahlberg. Love that Boston accent. Natasha Lyonne is as New York sounding as anyone I can think of. I'd how noticeable to others it is, but Joel McHale for the PNW. Tom Petty sounded like those halcyon days in Gainesville, Florida. Hugh Grant has the bumbling mumbling English posh dude style. Nobody, and I mean nobody, sounds as oaky as Reba McEntire.